So I thought I'd do this short video on how I take care of fry. This is how I take care of fry. I used to breed a lot of flower horns way back in the day, so I have a bit of experience with fry in raising them, and I'm going to show you how exactly I do it. Now, these fry are already caught in their own tanks, so I'm not going to be able to show you, but I'll explain. So obviously the black belts bred down there whenever they did breed, and once they had the babies were free swimming, and then I sucked them up with a siphon hose. Not free swimming, but just about, like past where they were just, I mean, you can tell, you can see them just starting to, like, one would get daring and swim out and then go back into a little ball that they're in. And I left a couple in there. Of course, they didn't make it with all these monsters, but I left a couple. So I just siphoned right into a 10-gallon tank, which is now over there empty. I use the same water as this, so there's no shock. I mean, they're fragile, obviously, they're babies. There's no shock, there's no nothing like that. I siphon them right into the tank, and in the tank needs to be a sponge filter. Now this tank is a little cloudy because I just fed them. I'll show you what I feed them in a minute. Sponge filter, China filter, you know, these ones you get on eBay. And then this I don't even know what kind of filter that is, just some doo-doo hanging in the back filter with a sponge on it. Of course, you can't suck up the babies. And I have a little Walmart heater on there. This is maybe a 20-gallon, but they were in a 10-gallon, now they're in a 20. As you can see, they're starting to get too big for this. It's hard to see exactly on camera, but I mean, they are everywhere, and they're getting bigger slowly but surely. I went on vacation. I put a vacation feeder, which I've never used, and obviously I can't see any casualties, but sure as hell don't look like it. Now, you see that little yellow, not the goofy anemone, that egg yolk. So once every 3 or 4 days, I eat a lot of boiled eggs anyway. I take half of an egg yolk and I will put my fingers in the water and I'll just scrape it a little until it looks like powder comes off, and then I'll drop the rest, and they'll eat that powder. That's just pure protein for them. Look, they're eating that egg yolk right now. That cloud constantly stays by it. Let them pick at it. That gives them something to do. It's pretty boring here anyway, and they get good protein. For food, these babies, when they're getting a little bigger, they're fine with the veggie base. This is my opinion now. When they're young like this, they need high protein. So this is not what's in this. I put North Fin krill, and I think there was like I just threw together the highest protein food I had, and I put it in a blender, and it made this powder. So you can make this, you can tap it in, it's just powder. I already gave them some, but I'll give them a little bit. I made the styrofoam lid, I couldn't find one. I just moved the light over, put the food in. Put the light back. See all the little tiny dust flakes, pellets falling. A lot of this food that I crushed up was also food that was too small for my fish now. They pretty much outgrew it. Once fish get big, they don't give a crap about little pellets. I had some left, so I put it all together. A good mixture. So there it is, falls. They eat quite a bit. They're always hungry. They're always on that sponge because it sucks up some of this food. And I don't know, once a week I take about, I don't know, a quarter of the water maybe, empty it, and I don't put hose water. I just put water straight from the 1,000-gallon back in here. That's this water change. As you can see, my tank is, I don't know what's up with this phone, 75 right now. It fluctuates, 77, 75. It's on the floor in the fish room. This was a sump. That's why it has all that weird shit on there. That's why this is just a spare tank. Eventually I'm gonna put them in that 40 tall, and then maybe the 75 to, and then they're gonna be sold. I'm gonna sell them on eBay. Not the coolest video, but I just want to explain to you guys how I take care of fry. Alright guys, see ya.